Hello students, we are going to discuss about class 10th chapter 12 electricity. So in the preceding sections we have discussed about some simple electric circuit elements, okay? So we have learnt how current through a conductor depends upon the resistance and potential difference. Now we will discuss about in various electrical gadgets, we often use resistors in various combinations. We are using resistors in our day-to-day life in various combinations. Okay, so there are only two types of combinations, that is series combination of resistors and parallel combination of resistors. So now we will discuss about resistors in series. First, see the diagram, circuit diagram, okay? There is a potential difference or a battery and it is connected with a switch, and this circuit is connected with a ammeter. What is the use of ammeter? Ammeter measures the amount of current, okay? Then we have connected three resistors R1, R2 and R3, and we connected three voltmeters V1, V2, V3 in parallel with the circuit. So we will observe that the value of the current in ammeter is the same independent of its position in the electric circuit. So here current in this circuit is always same, means current flowing in this circuit will be same. Through each resistor the current is I. Okay, we are flowing a amount of current I. It means that in a series combination the resistors, the current is same through each resistor, means the current through each resistor will be same. You will observe that the potential difference V is equal to the sum of potential differences V1, V2, V3. We have connected three voltmeters and the sum of V1, V2, V3 gives the total potential difference in series connection. That is the total potential difference across a combination of resistors in series is across the individual resistors. Means for R1 we have taken V1, R2, V2, and for R3 we have taken V3. So from the observation we can conclude that the total potential difference V will be equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. This will be regarded as our equation 1. If current in the circuit is same, means each resistor contains I amount of current, then we can write total current in the circuit will be I. We are flowing I amount of current. So we can use Ohm's law here, okay? By using Ohm's law, what is Ohm's law? V equal to IR, okay? This is for total voltage. If I will calculate each voltage V equal to IR, if I will calculate for each resistor, what will be that? For each resistor means V1 is equal to I R1 because current in the circuit is same. V2 will be I R2 and V3 will be I R3. If I will put the values of V1, V2, V3 and V in equation 1, what I will get? Now, putting the values of V, V1, V2, V3 in equation 1, okay, we get What was our equation 1? V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. For V, we can write IR, okay? This will be equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3, okay? So, IR equal to, here I in 3 terms is common, so we'll take it common, R1 plus R2 plus R3, okay? Here I and I will be cancel out. So what will be the resistance? Let us take RS be the equivalent resistance of series connection. So RS will be R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is the required equation right here, where RS equal to equivalent resistance in series. Now we will study about resistors in parallel. See the circuit diagram. There are 3 resistors R1, R2, R3. There is a battery or potential difference. It is connected with a key, and key is connected with ammeter. And this parallel connection is connected with a voltmeter. From battery, a current I flows through the circuit, but in this point the current divides. Means in this circuit I1 amount of current goes through the resistor R1, and in this circuit I2 amount of current, and this circuit I3 amount of current flows in R3. So we can take observation like, it is observed that the total current I is equal to the sum of the separate currents through each branch of the combination. So total current is I, okay? The current is divided into 3 parts, I1, I2 and I3. If I want to get the same amount of current I, what I will do? I will simply add these things, okay? I1 plus I2 plus I3. So I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. This will be our equation 1. Let Rp be the equivalent resistance of the parallel combination. Rp will be equivalent resistance of the parallel combination. By applying Ohm's law, we get I equal to V by Rp. We know Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So from that equation, we have derived I equal to V by Rp. For each resistor, if you will calculate current, what will be? I1 equal to V by R1, I2 equal to V by R2, and I3 equal to V by R3. If I put these values in equation 1, what we will get? Putting the values in equation 1, we get, what was our equation 1? I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, okay? What is the value of I? V by Rp, that is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3, okay? In these 3 terms, V is common, so we will take it out. V by Rp is equal to V whole into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, okay? Here V and V cancel out, so 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. This is the required equation for parallel combination of resistors, okay? Now we will discuss about heating effect of current. Consider a current I flowing through a resistor of resistance R. Means we'll consider a circuit where current is I and we'll connect a resistor of resistance R. Okay. Let the potential difference across it be V. Okay, potential difference we have taken V. Let T be the time during which a charge Q flows across the circuit. We know that charge per time is called current. The work done in moving the charge Q through a potential difference V is VQ. Then therefore the source must apply energy equal to VQ in time T. Means the source have to apply an amount of energy, that is VQ. Hence power will be VQ by T. We know the formula of power is work done by time. So our work done is VQ upon time. Okay. So that is equal to VI, because we know that Q by T is current, means charge per time equal to current. Then the energy supplied to the circuit by the source in time T is P cross T. Means energy supplied is P into T. That is, what is our power? VI is the power. So VIT will be the energy. So heat produced H by a current I in time T will be H equal to VIT. We know that heat is a type of energy. So we can write heat equal to VIT. This is also known as Joule's law of heating. Now we will discuss about Joule's law of heating. Joule's law of heating states that heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional to square of current for the given circuit and directly proportional to the resistance for a given current and directly proportional to the time for which current flows in the resistor. Means if you write H is directly proportional to I square and directly proportional to resistance for a given current, that means R, and directly proportional to the time for which current flows in the resistor, means T. If we will combine these three terms, that will be H is directly proportional to I square R T, which is Joule's law of heating. Okay. Then we will discuss about electric power. What is power? The rate of doing work. Okay, the rate of doing work is called power. This is also the rate of consumption of energy. How much amount of energy we have consumed, that is power. Okay, so power will be V into I. We have discussed that in the previous section. And what is V? From Ohm's law, V equal to IR. If I will put V equal to IR, that means IR into I, that will be I square R. And what is I? I equal to V by R. If I will put in the place of I V by R, that will be V square by R square into R. So that will be V square by R. Some units of power. What is the SI unit of power? The SI unit of power is watt. And some other units are also there, that is also in SI unit, that is kilowatt, horsepower. Okay, and there is a relation between horsepower and watt. 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. Okay, there is another unit of power, commercial unit. Commercial unit of power. Commercial unit of power is kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. That means 1 kilowatt hour is equal to, what is kilo? Means 1000 watt. Kilowatt means 1000 watt. Hour, if we convert hour into SI system, that will be equal to 3600 second. 3600 second. Okay, and this will be 36 into 10 to the power 5 watt second, and watt second is known as 36 into 10 to the power 5 joule. Okay,